Welcome to Yulman Stadium in New Orleans, home to the Tulane Green Wave, and as this city likes to say, let the good times roll, and the Tulane fans are certainly ready for that. This is anything but a run-of-the-mill early season matchup, a clash of top 10 teams as these two will get their oil checked early. As we'll see the number 3 team in the country, the Ohio State Buckeyes, taking on the 8th-ranked team in the land, the Tulane Green Wave. For EA Sports College Football, I'm Reese Davis, David Pollack, and Jesse Palmer with me. Guys, it's time to get it going. The Buckeyes will kick it away to start. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee and they'll bring it to the 25. So Tulane's offense is on the field for the first time today. And as this star running back comes onto the field, everybody in the stadium knows he's going to get it. The defense knows it. Doing something about it is quite a different thing.
It's hard to stop him. He's hard to handle because he can do it in so many ways. He can run by you. He can run through you. He really has the whole package, and that's why he's a superstar, and that's why they'll feed him early and often.
Love seeing these early season top 25 matchups. You can get a really good feel of how good these teams are, guys.
And the intensity is going to be big too, David, because the players, you know, on these teams, they've been thinking about this game for a long time. They knew they'd have a national stage, and they got a chance to prove just how good they are.
Oh, man.
And the Heat will get home, and the quarterback goes down at the 17.
I think if you're the quarterback moving forward, you need to start thinking about hot routes to your tight ends and to your running backs because of this outside linebacker. He's a guy that has shown the knack to get after the QB. He comes...
And he feels the heat coming, and it burns him up. Another sack.
Man, you can't draw it up any better than that. First possession, force a third down. You want to shut the home crowd up, sack the quarterback, create some momentum. Now you're getting the football back to your offense, probably with great field position.
And the coverage team able to make the tackle. So Ohio State's offense taking the field. First chance we have to see them today. As we take a look at our impact players for this game, David, what do you look for to make an impact from your leaders?
Your leaders not only have to lead the football team, but they got to step up and make plays on the field, keep everybody calm. These guys typically do a really good job of it.
Yeah, David, and they also generally set the tone for their respective football teams. Regardless of which side of the ball they play on, the teammates look towards them to step up in big games like this.
They can really be aggressive after that last play. It's 2nd and 3. He's looking to throw. Makes the grab on the left. Crosses the 30. He's got a lane. And they'll finally catch up to him, but not before a big chunk of yardage is picked up. Ball marked at the 26. It's 1st and 10. He's looking to throw it. The short hands, it's Cummings. Really confident throw and catch there. Big pickup, and they have a first down. And the Buckeyes come to the line with a fresh set of downs. On the run, it's Blackburn. Works his way down to the 10-yard line after a pickup of 3. You can really set the tone for what's possible in your season in early season showdowns like this, both in the top 10 and both with the loftiest of goals.
This one's fun too, David, because we had this game circled in the offseason. We knew this was going to be a really good matchup early, and we're going to find out the answers to a lot of questions we have about both these teams.
Well, and sometimes it's hard to figure that out, right? Like, you don't get till mid-season, you're like, oh, they haven't played anybody. Out the gates, 2 top 10 teams, we get to find out really quickly who's legit.
Now on 4th down, they'll try to come away with 3. The official says no good. And after the miss, guys, the score stays right where it is.
Well, that's one the kicker would like to have back. That's a kick he should be making in his sleep.
The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They hope to be able to cash in on this drive, David, after having to punt it last time.
Yeah, and I think this offense needs to start it with the first play. You need to be successful and productive on that first play, and it gets you in less predictable situations.
No doubt, too. Don't you just feel like there's a little bit more sense of urgency on this drive? It just feels like they've got to be able to put some points up on.
He throws back across his body, and it's picked off. Oh, he would have loved to tack on the big return, but they've got it in the red zone at the 16.
Tell you what, when you come out of your own end zone, in the shadow of your own end zone, a lot of bad things can happen. You want to get a few first downs, get some space, so if you punt after that point, you can pin them a little bit deep. This is the exact opposite of what happened. Now you set them up in beautiful scoring field position already. Really bad play by the offense.
Second down coming up on this red zone opportunity. Wide out in motion. On second down, wants to throw it. Lets it fly. Fires into traffic. It's picked off. Past the 50. The 30. After making the interception, ran that thing back to the 18-yard line.
I love defenses that make big plays, that understand what they're trying to get from their offense, understand how to attack it, jump some of these routes, make these interceptions, and then not only that, when you get the football, try to do something with it. Don't slide down. Don't take a knee. Try to bring that thing back to the house. You set your offense up for great field position.
One of the things that makes this guy so dangerous is how good he is after the catch. If he's got any space around him, he's able to burst. He's able to make people miss and get extra yards for his offense. You saw it right there.
He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
So on offense, you've got to find a way to put 6 up on the board. You know that in this game, field goals may not get it done. So big-time players make big plays in big games. Who can you rely on right now to get you a touchdown?
Into the end zone he goes. Touchdown, Tulane. Up and over, Yabo be there into the end zone.
And you don't want to leave your feet very often in football, but this is one of those areas where you do. In the end zone, near the goal line, you smell it. A lot of bodies in front of you. Just get up, get over top of them, get that touchdown.
And he takes this from inside the 5. Nice job executing all of the assignments as they put a stop to that return at the 22. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. And boy, they missed an opportunity last time throwing that pick in the red zone, David.
And you got to put that frustration behind you. You can't turn it over. That's a cardinal sin. You know better than that, Jesse. You can't take points off the board. But you got to move on.
You do. I think he just got way too overeager down in the red zone that last drive. So just come out here, trust your reads, trust what your coaches have told you to do, and just go out and execute the offense.
The receivers often will run their route based on a side adjustment. He finds his man. And how about that catch and run? So dangerous, this guy.
Really nice throw there to get the first down. And, when you think about Ohio State quarterback play, especially here recently, it all comes down to efficiency. You have to make good decisions. You got to read the defense, and you got to be accurate. When you think of guys like Justin Fields, C.J. Stroud, guys who went in the first round, that's what they did. And this guy right here, I think he has the ability to be a first-rounder in the future.
Halfway there on first down, it's 2nd and 5. Using his legs, it's Blackburn. There to stop him at the 43, but he gets 5 and moves the sticks.
Well, you see a great individual effort there that time, and you can see the skills this guy has, and he just reminds me sometimes of the great Ohio State backs we've seen in the past, right? You think of Archie Griffin and his 2 Heisman trophies, Ezekiel Elliott, J.K. Dobbins. This guy right here with his skill set, he's got the chance to be the next great Buckeye back.
From the gun, he leaves it with the back. And a nice run there before the defense finally makes the stop. Good spot after that 7-yard pickup on first down. It's 2nd and 3. Off the bootleg and rolling out. Getting some heat. This senior quarterback never afraid to run it when he has to pick up a first down.
He's got such good awareness in the pocket. He does a good job of feeling the rush, and you know it's a pass, and you want to keep your eyes downfield, but he sees an opening, and if he sees an opening, he's got the ability to go get it and get a first down.
He's looking to pass. He's got it. They will score. Touchdown, Ohio State.
And what a nice start for this offense. The throw game getting working, getting the touchdown pass. This quarterback getting a little bit of confidence. This passing game getting in a rhythm. Nice start for this offense.
All tied up and just about set to kick it away. And it'll be a touchback. The ball will come out to the 25-yard line. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Boy, David, they would love to stack another touchdown on top of that last drive.
And this offense did such a good job on the last drive. Everything in rhythm, moved the ball down the field, didn't make those mistakes, Jesse, and they need to do it again on this one.
Yeah, you're right. They had the defense on their heels. You wonder what sort of communication was going on that sideline. What sort of changes were they able to make, because they got to stop the bleeding right now.
From the gun, the running back has it. And he was able to run through a tackle, and they finally get him, but not until he picks up the first down. To the air on first down. And boy, was that pressure in his face immediately. Down he goes.
And this is one of the things that makes this defense so tricky, is they've got incredible speed at the inside linebacker position. Not only can they go sideline to sideline and run east-west, but they can run downhill on blitzes, and they can get to your quarterback.
One running back in the backfield, and he has it. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple.
And you got to do a better job up front right there. That run was doomed from the get-go. Nowhere to go. The back gets hit as soon as he gets the football. Hard to succeed as a running back when you get the ball and you get clogged.
Third and long situation. They try to go screen. I think they were hoping it was going to be a big zone and they could get those offensive linemen down the field, but the defense sniffed it out, forcing the incompletion.
And the punt team able to smack him to the ground. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. How big is this drive? Scored a touchdown the last time they had it. Defense gets a stop, and now it's up to them in a tie game.
All right, so if you're the offensive coordinator here, let's dial it in. Who are your best matchups and best playmakers to take advantage of this golden opportunity?
Yeah, and I'm interested to see this defense, too. Like, the momentum is clearly not in your favor. How do you get it back? How do you make a big play? Do you be more aggressive here to try to get the football back to your offense?
From the gun, they'll try to impose their running game. Smacks him with the stiff arm. And he was loose and out the gate and doesn't go down until he gets to the 48-yard line.
I love that play call. This offense is going to run the football. They're not just going to do it between the tackles, but they're going to attack you outside. You saw that with that handoff. They get to the right. They get him in space using his speed. Good play. Well, right away after picking up the first down, they go right back to their playmaker at running back, and I love the push they got up front, getting a hat on a hat, opening a huge hole for the back.
And you become so hard to defend when you can run the football successfully on first down. You're starting like that. Now what opens up? Play action. Now you're making me play pass and run. This offense, if they can create that run physicality, now it opens up everything else.
Wants to throw on first down. Trying to make magic on the scramble.
It's just so nice to have a QB under center. Nowadays in football, you can trust these guys. You put so much on their plate, and you tell them, go get positive yards when it's there. And a lot of these guys are such great athletes, they do it with ease.
And this senior quarterback a little too bold there, and he's lucky he didn't get picked off throwing into double coverage.
Well, on that incompletion, the quarterback and receiver just not on the same page. I mean, that wasn't even close.
On third and long, he has to throw for it. And good coverage and better hands on that shot to the end zone.
Really nice third down sub defense there at that time. It's third and long. They're expecting pass, and they're mixing up their looks. They're trying to change the picture pre-snap to post-snap to confuse the quarterback, and now forcing the incompletion, setting up fourth.
Makes the grab, and it's plenty for the first down.
That's a great example of the receiver knowing exactly where the first down marker is. He got the depth he needed to get, so once he was able to make the catch, he already knew he had it, and now a fresh set of downs.
And that defense gets to him, and down he goes at the 9. Defense rolls up deep in its own end on that last play. Now a second and long coming. He's looking to throw. It's complete to the left. They get it down to the 7 on that pass play, in prime position for a score.
I'll say this, man. In college football, you see a lot of bad tackling. You didn't see it right there. That was an awesome job. First off, being there at the point of attack once the tight end made the catch.
And he's got it! Touchdown, Buckeyes!
It's hard for a defense to have to cover so much space. When the offense goes empty, you get receivers and tight ends and running backs lined up out wide. You've got to expand, and it's harder to cover on the back end.
And they did tack on the extra point. Almost ready to kick it away after scoring the touchdown. And no chance at a return here. They'll start this drive at their own 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. That last drive fizzled out, Jesse. They had to punt it.
Yeah, they did. And, David, they're just going to have to do a better job this time around erasing the mental mistakes.
And just trying to solve the defense.
Just flying through the air like a superhero to make the grab. Tulane right back to the line. Got open on the post and then had no regard for his body in making that catch.
Exactly right. You know you're going to get hit a lot of times coming over the middle of the field, but he runs that post, lays out, makes the play for his quarterback. That's a tough hombre.
And how about that interior defense stuffing the run for nothing? As they get set to snap it, time winding down here in the quarter. On second down, wants to throw. Fires the pass, intercepted. He'll try to take it back. He's at the 10. And he's going to take it all the way back. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the extra point puts them on top 21-7. They'll kick it off and send that defense right back out there to try to score again after the pick six. And it'll come out to the 25. No attempt at a return. And they'll get off one more play before the end of the quarter. Looking to go up top on first down. Makes the grab. It's Vincent. They make the stop, and that's how the first quarter will end. Well, guys, Ohio State has the lead here. Really strong performance so far to be able to build a lead here in the first period as we look at the stats. This could be a pivotal moment in this game as we open the second period and they try to find a way to answer. And now on second down for this offense. The run from the shotgun. They bring him down and he's going to lose a yard on that one. Big third down coming from their own 31. Defense tries to get off the field. From the gun, wants to pass. Finds his man. It's Vincent. He gets it oh so close to the first down marker, but I think he's going to be a touch short. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. They'll get down and put a stop to this return. They'll mark it at the 32. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. David, they'd love to do what they did last time and put this one in the end zone.
You ain't lying. They did a great job. The offense was clicking. Everything went well, Palmer. They executed and got the touchdown.
And they really were in a nice rhythm as well. And I'd love to see that here on the next drive, too. Just keep doing what you're doing. Everything seems to be working, and you seem to have this defense on their heels.
They'll throw it on first down. He wants to take the top off. And that pass intercepted. Bringing it back. And a big return after the INT sets up the offense for this possession.
And that's got to feel good, and that's a play this young man is never going to forget. His first interception of the season. Great job reading the QB's eyes and getting to the football.
Hands it off. After the pickup of 9, it's 2nd and 1. Tulane right back to the line. Second down. They'll try the left side. He's knocked down in the backfield. He'll lose a couple. How aggressive might this play call be on 3rd and short from the 46? A little pre-snap eye candy for the defense. And they couldn't hold off the heat, and he goes down with the sack. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. Fourth time tonight we've seen this guy come on to punt. He'll get it out to about the 20-yard line, and that's where they'll mark him down. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Wide receiver now comes in motion. Power football with the run. And he knocked him down after a gain of 3 to the 23.
I'll tell you, this is a running back who's very, very dangerous, and the defense did a good job getting him down there. But they got to do a great job.
Looking deep. Makes the grab inside the 30. All kinds of room to the right. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he got away from the D, they had no shot at catching him. No step back in week 3. They have been sharp as they extend the lead. Lining up to cover the kick after that touchdown drive.
Ohio State, 28, Tulane, 7.
And they thought about a return, then thought better of it. They'll bring it out to the 25. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Trailing by 3 touchdowns. If you're going to get back in it, David, the time to start is right now.
Got to start now. Defense giving up points on that last possession. Again, the offense is going to have to score, and Jesse probably scored pretty quickly.
Yeah, you got to go tempo. You're going to have to try to fit in as many plays as you can throughout the rest of this game. But I think more than that, you got to eliminate the negative plays. No more penalties and no more turnovers.
Out of the gun, the inside handoff, looking for a crease. And they'll stop him after a minimal pickup. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. They'll go right back to the run. And he is swarmed under a host of defenders there to make the stop. A 3rd and long coming up here. From the gun, wants to pass. Strong pass rush, gets to the quarterback, and they get him at the 46.
Well, I think one of the biggest reasons why this team is finding themselves in a hole here in the first half is this has been a sack party. They can't keep the defense off of their quarterback. They haven't been able to get the ball deep down the field, throwing it with the consistency they want because they can't keep their quarterback standing up straight.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Comes out throwing on first down. He wants to go deep. Pulls it in on the right. Running toward the tape. And he ran away from the crowd, and he'll take it in. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the extra point sails through, and they have a 35-7 lead. And for a quick update, let's go to Kevin Connors in the studio.
All right, guys, a little update on what else is happening in college football this weekend. Washington is currently ahead in this one inside a jam-packed Husky Stadium, but the purple and gold have struggled to really pull away. They're up by a field goal over Washington State. We'll circle back if anything changes in this exciting college football matchup.
Oh, and how about that? I know Kevin and those guys will be keeping an eye on it for us. That's about as close as you can get to that marker, and it will be 2nd and just a few breaths away from the first down. Less than a yard to go to pick up the first down.
Let's go!
They'll go with a direct snap. Can anyone catch him? Oh, and the defense in chase mode, and they finally get him down at the 35. What perfect execution on that big run. Everything perfectly blocked, and this guy doesn't need a lot of room.
I love how this offensive line communicates and works up front. You see guys winning their one-on-one battles. There's double teams happening. Guys are getting into the second level and creating big lanes for this running back.
Solid pickup of 4 on first down and 2nd and 6. Coming after it. And they're on him immediately. Down goes the quarterback.
Yeah, if your job is to irritate, to confuse, to hit, to make quarterbacks feel very uncomfortable, this defense is definitely doing their job. 6 sacks, that's the way to make the quarterback feel like he's having a hard day. He's had no respect.
And the pressure is coming in, and they get him again.
They got more sacks than a grocery store. Goodness gracious, time and time again, getting to the quarterback, getting him on the ground. This defense having their way.
Wanted to make sure not to give them a chance for a return as it goes out of bounds. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Boy, that last touchdown, the one-play quick strike scored. Jesse, this offense hoping to keep that kind of explosiveness going.
And I don't know if they're going to get the same looks defensively because of just how explosive that play was, Reese. David, they may be seeing a little bit more off coverage on this drive and maybe some softer boxes to run into.
And when you make that kind of explosive play, you're going to put the defense on its heels. They're going to be a little bit more conservative. So this offense approach now, maybe I don't have to go deep. I can go a little bit shorter and just make those easy plays underneath.
Now from the 40, it's 1st and 10. He's going to pass. He's looking deep. Caught at the 25. Nothing but green ahead. Touchdown, Buckeyes! And once he got loose, it was all over. And with that extra point, the lead remains in the gargantuan category. About to kick it away after scoring the touchdown.
That makes the score. Ohio State 42, Tulane 7.
And they desperately wanted to attempt a return, but decided not to. Instead, they'll take the touchback. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Wide receiver shows motion. From the gun, leaves it on the inside with the back. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
I'll tell you, this defensive end, not only can he pass rush, but he can play the run as well. You see him beat the offensive lineman there trying to block him and get in the backfield to make that tackle for loss. That was impressive.
And they'll knock him down.
Well, the defense wasn't expecting that. They had a lot of guys back into coverage. That was second and a lot of yards to go, and they got caught off guard. Not enough guys in the box to control that running back.
Trying to pick it up on the ground. Sweet cut there. To the 43-yard line and a first down for this offense.
Wow, the running back there showing you his skill set as he's able to rip off that one for a first down.
Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. Use the play fake, now to throw. He's right on target. He's run out of bounds, but a big play on that one, and it'll be a first down. And now a fresh set of downs for this offense. The give to the running back from the shotgun. They bring him down, and he's going to lose a yard on that one. That linebacker saw the express lane right to the ball carrier.
And a great job by the defensive line, getting some push, making them use their resources on him. The linebacker comes free, boom, and making the backfield for a tackle for a loss.
Got to give the defense a lot of credit, man, because they've come into this hostile environment, and they've quieted the crowd down with some of the plays they're making. They've got a nice lead right here, and they're making it hard for this quarterback to go to work.
Trying to move the sticks on third down through the air. Quarterback can't pull the trigger, and down he goes at the 41.
What a great job by this defense setting the tone early. In the first half, they've been hitting the quarterback early and often. Make him feel uncomfortable. Make him feel that pressure. Keep getting him on the ground. That's why they've built a lead.
Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. Let's see if they can get something going here late in the half. The give to the back. It's these little moments like that that can help an offense as he gets it up to the 16-yard line.
I know it's sexy to throw the football, but if you can pound it away and get these kind of gains, they will just add up, wear the defense down, get first downs, and ultimately get some points.
Quarterback wants to throw on second down. He'll take a deep shot here. And that's going to be incomplete, going for broke on second down, but third down's coming up.
And there's an example of what happens when the quarterback doesn't have a chance to set his feet. The pressure just forced him to have to work off schedule a little bit. And I think because of that, he wasn't able to be as accurate as he wanted to be.
On third and short, they'll try to throw for it. Snags it on the right. And he's brought down after a huge completion. We've reached the 2-minute warning, and they will try to build on what has already been a dominant first-half performance. They'll run it from the gun. And he finds some solid space, makes a nice game before the defense is able to stop it. 8-yard pickup on first down leaves them with second and short. Now the quarterback changing the original play call. Got some room, headed to the goal line. And he'll finish the run in the end zone. Touchdown, Ohio State. And the extra point will tack another one onto this lead. A very efficient 5-play scoring drive. And they finished it off with an exclamation point, running it in from the 19. And he'll just take a knee, and this drive will start at the 25. Tulane has it back in the offense, coming out to go on the attack. Looking for a productive play on first down. They'll crank up this drive with the pass. And they get to the quarterback and knock him down back at the 16.
You got to be impressed with this defense early in this game, guys. They've got a big lead because they are getting after the quarterback. They've already generated multiple sacks. They thought coming into this game they could take advantage of this offensive line, and that game plan is working to perfection.
They've already racked up big sack numbers. It's starting to snowball, and they are ready to go again. Quickly to the tight end. And he goes out of bounds after a nice pickup on that one. So an example of a tight end doing a little unheralded work to set up a much better third down situation.
And I like the QB here, Reese. I like the decision where I understand, let's get this football out, let's get some positive yards, and then get to third down, and we can still have a better situation now because we got rid of the football and took the yards that were there.
And sure, tackling there to keep him from getting to the first down marker.
There's just not a lot of great play calls, guys, for third in California. So you hand it off, you try to get some of that yardage back. Let's see what happens next.
Quick timeout by the defense there, trying to make sure everyone has the same call. Tulane forced to send out the punt unit. He'll try to really get into this one. Couldn't get away from that cover team, and they've got him down at the 23. The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. How about that last drive? Just carved him up in the air, David.
Yeah, and how about that quarterback? You gave him the ball, and he delivered the goods. Great job taking apart the defense, Jesse.
Time to take a shot. Catch inside the 30 and still running. All by himself down the middle. Touchdown, Buckeyes! He broke away from the defense, and they couldn't catch him. And with the extra point, they pushed the lead out a little further. That's the kind of drive everybody loves. OC quarterback, one snap, put it in the end zone. He thought about bringing that out for a half second, but he'll take a knee, and they'll bring it to the 25. The Tulane offense headed back onto the field. The drive starts from their own 25-yard line. Wasting no time throwing on this drive. Excellent coverage and good use of the hands to knock it away.
I think the quarterback's got to do a better job with his eyes, guys. He's already been picked off twice in this game, and that one got swatted away. He's telegraphing where he's throwing the football, and it's making life really hard on him.
Feeling some heat. This time he's got his man. There's a timeout called as this offense tries to find a way to draw a little closer.
My old coach said you'll never go broke taking a profit. Take what's there, take the positive yards, and never complain.
Wants to throw on third down. Quick strike complete. Finally run out of bounds, but he has this offense rolling with a first down.
Great job by the running back here on that third down catch. There was no wasted movement. As soon as he got the ball in his hands, he turned around and he got upfield. That's what you got to do. You got to be decisive on these third down type plays to move the sticks.
They'll throw it on first down. Just a bit of a misfire there as they can't make the connection.
Well, the quarterback knew where he wanted to go with the ball. His intended target just wasn't open, so the quarterback made sure he put that football in the stands.
Second down coming up. He's looking to throw. Right on target this time. Here's a timeout on the field. Tight game here late in the first half.
And for DBs out there trying to stop these short slant routes against man coverage, being physical is really key. You want to get your hands on the wide receiver and really try to disrupt that timing between the QB and his target.
Working their way closer and closer. A third down conversion, and they've got it at the 26. Here comes Tulane after picking up the first down. He wants to throw. It's complete. And he goes out of bounds after coming up with positive yardage there.
Guys at the backfield now, it's not just run the ball downhill anymore. You got to be versatile. I got to be able to trust you in the pass game, and I got to be able to throw you the football, and you can do that right there. I know you're going to catch it, and I can depend on it.
They get him on the ground after he gets enough to move the sticks. Tulane right back to the line. They're in the red zone, and they'll pass it. He's got it and still on his feet. And he'll step out of bounds after a very productive play.
And you see so many smart wide receivers, so many smart tight ends nowadays that they know where the holes in those zones are, and they work with their quarterback, and they find them, and they sit down in them and make big plays. It's tough to sit back in zone against such smart players nowadays.
Nowhere close on that one as he got drilled trying to deliver the football, and now they face third down. Good right down the boulevard. I wouldn't say they cut into the deficit. They sort of microscopically edged off the deficit. Still a mountain to climb. From inside his own 10, he'll try to help out their field position. And the returner will be brought down. We played 2 quarters here. Time to go to Kevin Connors in our halftime update.
Guys, who's had a better seat there in New Orleans for a fun first half than you? And it's been a battle of wills between these two teams through 2 quarters. Bend but don't break. They've managed to neutralize the explosive playmakers on each side by shutting down passing windows and providing tight coverage. Forget the Jimmies and Joes. This second half could really be about the X's and O's.
About to start here in the second half. Tulane will kick it away. Let's see what he can do with the return. Didn't find any crease in that kickoff coverage, and he'll be stopped at the 17. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. First snap of this drive will come from their own 17. They'll start the third quarter with the run. They'll knock him down after a pickup of 1 to the 18. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. He's looking to throw. Oh, he's going to try to get it all here. And they wanted it all on that incomplete pass. Instead, they're looking at third down. If they can convert here, that type of play can really give you a shot of momentum. Looking down the middle. Oh, they really could have used that catch there. Physical pass defense. It brings up a fourth down. The Buckeyes will line up to punt it away. First time today we've seen a punter go to work. Wants to return it. And the coverage team able to... The Buckeyes roll that offense back out there. Here's another opportunity, Jesse, to stretch out this lead after punting last time.
I think it goes back to your playmakers, Reese. I think it's finding the guys that have been working for you earlier on in this game and getting them the football.
Yeah, and there's obviously no need to panic. I mean, think about it. You got the lead. You got the football. You got to be smart with the football. Make your plays. Put a good drive together here.
He leaves it with the back. They make the stop, and this running game moves the chains as they get the first down.
You ain't getting by all these guys right up the middle unless your offensive line and your tight ends and everybody is putting in the work up front, committing to blocking. The running back does a great job finding the hole, exploding through. How about that nice, big, huge gain? If I'm the OC, let's call that one again.
Ball is at the 35. It's 1st and 10. Looking to move it through the air. Got his man quickly. Stop just inside the 25. We'll mark it at the 24. Pickup of 10 and a first down. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. From the gun, they'll give it on the inside. Stop is made almost immediately. Give him 1 to the 23. Didn't get much on first down. It's 2nd and 9. Goes to the option. He'll pitch it. He will step out of bounds, but not before the big pickup and a first down for this offense.
I'll tell you what, a few more runs like that, and defensively you start thinking more guys in the box, more big guys. I better stop this guy because he's unbelievable. Just a great job breaking off the big run, and the OC is going to give him the ball some room.
He pushes it forward all the way to the 2-yard line.
It's now 2nd and goal.
Now the offense tries to punch it in on 2nd and goal.
Here we go.
Moving the running back, forcing the defense to adjust. Touch pass on the run. Touchdown, Ohio State. The offense lining up for a first down play.
42 Spider. 4-2.
They're going to throw it to start the drive. He'll take the deep shot. Oh, and he gets downfield for the big catch. Oh, look out. Touchdown, Buckeyes. Here comes the Ohio State offense onto the field. They torched this defense with an explosive passing play for a score last time out. Let's see if they go right back at him. Not much there. Picks up a couple to the 22.
I like the decision there in the RPO game too, guys. I know he only got a couple of yards, but that play's going to open up bigger opportunities throwing the football down the field in the RPO game too. So keep handing it off to this guy. Let him see what he can do. And when the defense gives you the look to hold the football and then finally throw it, that's when you take advantage.
3rd and 10, still backed up inside their own 20. This drive hasn't really gotten started. Fires to the big fella. Nice pitch and catch there, and they'll have enough for the first down. Ever since they invented the forward pass, the tight ends have been running the drag and getting the first down.
I think it's because the tight ends is so much versatility. You know, they can block and stay in the formation, or they can release and come out. But either way, if the quarterback's patient most of the time, that drag route's going to come over.
A nice job by the QB there, timing out that drag throw. It's zone coverage, so he's got to make sure he gets it to his receiver in a window to allow him to catch the ball and then turn it upfield.
And that ball is picked off. And he's wrapped up after he... Great spot to start this drive for the offense.
Yankee blue! Yankee blue! Cricket!
He'll start this drive firing. He tries to take the top off. Touchdown, Ohio State! A great spot to start this drive for the offense. He'll do it himself. He's dropped behind the line of scrimmage. That'll be a loss of 3.
And how about the aggressiveness of this defense? I love this. Don't let them get to the sideline. Kept the ball in the middle of the field, went after the quarterback right away like some missiles, and got him on the ground.
Throws to the tight end. And he intercepts it. Going the other way, and he's got room. And they capitalize. They'll put this one in play. First snap of the drive from the 25. Give to the single back. Good call, good execution as they move the chains, and they have a first down at the 38. Here's this offense with a fresh set of downs. The RPO, fire complete to the left. And just a short, safe pass play. They pick up a few.
I don't know if that's the coverage you want to be throwing wide receiver screens against. Oftentimes, you want the receivers to have some access. You want the DBs to be off a couple yards so you can help set up the blocks and give the receiver somewhere to go with it. It's hard to run that against press coverage, and they only picked up a few yards there.
And a really nice job by the wide receiver. You run a drag route, find space. They're in zone coverage. They're not covering man-to-man. Find a little hole. Look at that QB. Y'all get on the same page. You could tell they were, and that's why they got the first down.
And it's picked off for the 3rd time today. Just a... Line gets set. First down. Smart move to keep it on the ground. At the 35, he's loose. Up near the 40-yard line, they'll mark it at the 39 to pick up a 15. They created a lot of breathing room with that first play of the drive. Now first down from the 39. And how about the efficiency on that one? It'll bring up 2nd and 4.
Coaches always harp about staying ahead of the chains, and when you can run with that type of efficiency on first down, man, you are doing just that.
A strong tackle and wrap up from the junior. This defense will try to force a 4th down on 3rd and short from the 45. They'll try to get the first through the air. Got it in the middle, it's Hurtado. Good pick up there. They'll move the chains, and they're set up at the 41. The Buckeyes are marching down the field. Going up top on first down. It's caught downfield. Brings him down at the 27-yard line. It's a pickup of 15 and a first down for this offense.
First down for the offense.
They'll give it to the back. And he's able to find a little bit of running room before they get him down.
Yeah, and he's been dependable. He's been a guy that they've given the ball a lot. He's just been so productive, giving this offense an easy way to move the football down the field. 97 yards on the day.
The stop is made, but this offense is threatening. First and goal from the 9. Defense is backed up. Shadow of the goalpost, trying to defend their own end zone. And they're going to put another one. On first down, here comes this offense. Wide receiver coming across in motion. Touch pass on the jet sweep. They'll pick up 4, 2nd and 6 coming.
He's tackled at the 36. Second down.
Tried to pound it on first down, now back to the line.
42, Spider.
On the option. Now the toss. And he throws hands with that strong, stiff arm, but still not a lot of running room there.
Third down.
Offense breaks the huddle. It's third down. They'll try to pick up the first through the air. Hits him inside the 20, still going. And we have breaking news. Now this team has consecutive wins, and when you start expecting to find ways to win games and you expect that you will perform well enough to do so, that's really hard to stop.
It's a mindset, Reese. This team has it right now. You can tell their players trust each other. Big situations arise in games. They're looking at each other in the huddle on the sideline, expecting to make the play that's going to help them win games. This team incredibly mentally tough right now, Dave.
And you start to build that mental toughness when you start to string together positive weeks and you start to string together positive plays. Now you know you can do it. It's not, we talked about it in the offseason, oh, we want to do this. Now you're starting to execute.